Hello, Libra and cross watchers dealing with the Libra, or if you just happen to stumble across this video, welcome to Arcana Universe. This is going to be the remainder, the rest of June 2024 energy forecast reading. But I will say all of my readings are timeless, but just know that you found it at the right time. All right, let's go ahead and clear the energy first. Breathe in, breathe out. One more. Breathe in, breathe out. Because this is a general reading, please only take what resonates. We do have cross watchers, so roles can be reversed. But you will know which side you're on. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Okay. All right, so it looks like we're going to get straight to it, okay? There's some truth that has surfaced. I see here some of you are going through some sort of devastating ending, okay? This isn't something that you really saw it coming. Like, even if you did, it felt really unexpected is what I see here, okay? Some of you are dealing with a heartbreak. I see here some sort of third party energies. It doesn't necessarily have to be just romance per se, but I just feel that there is a connection that you really thought it was going to go somewhere, but there was some level of lies, deceit, and betrayal that I'm seeing here. And there's your energy coming in strongly. So I'm definitely getting that, this is somebody that you had a deep connection with, somebody you may even have been in a relationship with them, or it just kind of felt like it was heading in that direction. However, due to some level of like a confrontation or a communication that took place where truth was revealed. Okay, so I see here that the remainder of June, there's some sort of truth that was revealed, and as a result, you're trying to heal from a heartbreak. All right. So I do see here that there's also for those of you who have been putting off some sort of communication. I see that it's been very like a burdening situation because you're not really sure what's going on. You're not really sure what's happening, but I do sense that I am picking up some sort of like stubbornness. Some of you are you're holding back, like you want to tell them what's on your mind, but you feel like it's going to cause more chaos and drama, so you're kind of holding back and not really reaching out to them and talking to them, even though that's exactly what you want to do. But I see that there's definitely some level of confusion that I'm seeing here. So yeah, this is definitely somebody that really hurt you in the past, and you're just trying to move past it, heal from it. And even though there is a lot of distance between the connection, I sense that it's been very difficult. I see it's been very difficult for you, and you're trying your best to kind of move forward and continue on, but you can't help but feel like the world is kind of crashing down on you at this time. So let's go ahead. So that's just kind of like the general energy coming through at this moment. Let's go ahead and dig a little deeper as to what strong Libra placements and those dealing with the Libra cross watchers need to know at this time. Okay, so if you guys are, if you just started joining in, hello, Sudeshna. Welcome, welcome. For those of you who are joining in, don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you have any like questions in mind, or if there's something that you really want to talk about, kind of focus on that energy, focus on that question, and let's see if Spirit has some sort of message for you at this time. So let's go ahead. Self. Okay, so your higher self would like to have a little chat with you at this time. What does your higher self want to say? There's definitely some sort of stagnancy that I'm picking up, okay? I see here that yourself has trying to kind of wake you up, is what I'm seeing here. There's some level of like lack of communication, lack of kind of going within, and you definitely need some sort of clarity, is what I'm seeing here, okay? So, and remember, this is a general reading. If you would like a personal reading with me, all of that information can be found in the description of this video. But if you are here listening in, and if you have a question, just focus on that question, and I have a feeling what you need to know is going to be answered. But all right. So your higher self wants to say, okay, your higher self wants to say that, you've been going through a hard time. There's a lot of like deceit and lies that you've been surrounded with. You feel very lonely at this time, and your higher self wants to say that you're doing a great job. Like, under the circumstances, I see here that there was some level of betrayal that you had to go through. And you just feel very alone, and there's like this depressive energy that I'm feeling. But your higher self really wants to just be like, you know what, keep going. Like, you are doing the best you can. I see here that family has been very important. Hello, Nemi. Welcome. Yes, this Nemi says, I'm really in tears. Yeah, I definitely sense heartbreak, a lot of struggles, but your higher self really wants to say that you're doing a great job and trying to move from it. Just the fact that you're on here, trying to connect with the universe and your higher self, it says a lot about, where you're headed, and where you are right now, and you're ultimately trying to improve. I see here that, family has been a huge blessing in your life. They have been your rock. Your family, or those that you consider like family, has been definitely there for you during this time of heartbreak and feeling alone. And your higher self wants to say, like, they understand that you feel somewhat at a loss. You're not really sure, what's going on. You feel like you're in limbo. Things are not very clear for you at this time. Some of you are recollecting the reason, one of the main reasons why you are in this state of feeling very insecure, not really sure what's going to happen, feeling alone, is due to somebody that you had very strong feelings for. Okay, this person, some of you may be dealing with a strong water sign, water placements in their sun, moon, rising, or Venus, or just somebody this somebody who holds this energy and character of, like, they really cared about you at one point. But I see here that there was some level of not seeing things eye to eye, is what I'm seeing here. Like this person, perhaps that they were very much in their fields, like they weren't a great communicator. Like you reached out to them, you were trying to communicate with them and be like is everything okay? I'm here for you. Why don't you want to talk to me about it? Like you feel like this person has kind of left you out, kept you in the dark. And I see that as mainly due to the fact that this person, you and this person, even though emotionally you may be connected, but mentally it's like you can't get through to this person. There's something about them is almost like stubborn as well. They're not able to fully be vulnerable and let go and communicate. I am feeling that this person is very defensive when it comes to you and them. And so your higher self is upset. Is upset. They are angry. Okay, they are angry that you are suffering, and they feel like you don't deserve to pine over or be upset or sad over somebody that was not, at the end of the day, was not reciprocating, was not able to kind of like look you in the eye and just be there for you and be vulnerable. Okay, I see some of you, the one of the reasons why that this person has been excused from your life is due to some level of financial difficulties. Okay, they weren't really sure where their finances were going, and they just kind of felt like they had a lot of burdens on their shoulders, and they didn't want you to be another burden. Okay, and I know that may be difficult to here, but that's just the message coming through. That's what they're trying to be honest that the reason why they wanted to kind of escape their responsibilities and didn't really make you a priority because they had already so many burdens. And so I see that some of them were making, like they didn't want to be held accountable for anything that they did. They were just wanted to live like recklessly is also what I'm seeing here too. They didn't want to be responsible. They just wanted to do whatever they wanted to because they felt a lack of control in their life. And so they just wanted to kind of give up that control completely because it's almost like I see kind of like a white flag. They just surrendered and they just let go. All right. So your higher self really wants to encourage, like this person really hurt you. And as mentioned earlier, like your higher self is really upset that you are going through such a hard time and the fact that you are harboring and holding on to somebody that has hurt you is your higher self doesn't like that. Like they're trying to be fair, they're trying to bring about some level of like karmic justice where they want to emphasize that it is not fair that you are in heartbreak and mourning over somebody that did not necessarily make you a priority or treat you well. So your higher self really wants to say, don't give them your energy, even if you may be in no contact, you guys have stopped talking. Just the fact that you're energetically feeding towards this circumstance is not doing you any good. Some of you, it's to the point where it has affected your well-being and like physically. I see that you're being overwhelmed with like getting like headaches or insomnia, not able to think straight. Some of you have even like stopped eating. You guys have been really neglecting yourself. So The universe really wants to say, hey, like, you can do it. They're trying to be your cheerleader here, and say that you're better than this, you're better than, you gotta pick yourself up and move on forward. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep going. I'll do another spinny spin for you. If you have any questions, have it clearly in your mind, and what you need to hear may continue to be relayed. All right. All right, what should we talk about next? What does the collective need to hear at this time? Okay. It's like, oh, okay, I'll do two spinnies for you, okay? I know you guys some of you are like, oh, I want to hear about the present, I want to hear about the future. So, well, I'm gonna spin two more like this time and one more time. So let's be a little bit clearer. Career, okay. So some of you are curious about your career. Oh, speaking of career. Oh, wow. Okay. So some of you, when it comes to your career, I feel like this is not going to resonate with everybody, but I see that some of you may have like ended things with some sort, like your job ended, or like you got let go, or you quit, or I'm definitely getting some sort of like ending that had happened when it came to the work front. Okay. So some of you are heavily researching on some sort of like work endeavor. Okay, I see that, finances hasn't been what it used to be, and so you're trying to revive some sort of like career change. I see here, yeah, you've been doing a lot of research. You've been looking into different like career paths, or just ways to improve your work circumstances, is what I'm seeing here. Yeah, so some of you may have been like kind of in a managerial position in the past, or like you were kind of like a decision maker, or people really just like came to you thinking, like, knowing that you do great work, you produce great results, and so I see that you want to continue to maintain that here. But I do get the sense some of you are misunderstood when it comes to the work or your workplace. I see somebody in your energy that feels like that they just don't understand you, just don't get you, and as a result, you feel very defensive about whether or not your work is being received well. And it's been a very difficult kind of energy, is what I'm seeing here, because as mentioned earlier, there has been some level of financial setback. So perhaps you're not making as much as you used to, and you're ultimately trying to change that. So I see here some of you are going to definitely start something new again, or kind of come back to what you kind of put back on the back burner. So some of you are working on an unfinished business or unfinished project, and I see that you're trying to revive it because before you kind of got spooked. You felt like you weren't good enough. You felt like you didn't know enough to be good at it. But I see here that you're going to be given an opportunity to start fresh, start new, because I see that you are going to gain more confidence when it comes to this endeavor. Some of you have been heavily doing your research online so that you can be better in your craft. And I see that you guys are moving very silently, okay? You're not really telling everybody, what your next move is, what your next goals and aspirations are. You're moving silently because you feel like the more you tell people of what's going to happen next, it's almost like you feel like it's being jinxed, okay? You feel like they're not really necessarily supporting you, or they think it's not a good idea. And so they made you really doubt your decisions and your choices, is what I'm seeing here. Okay, anything else? Any advice? Yeah, some of you have energy around you where they don't believe you're going to succeed or what you're doing is for the best. But I do sense some sort of I'm getting like motherly energy, like a maternal energy is coming through. This could be, a sister, mother, significant other, best friend, but somebody who really cares. So even though there are more people that kind of is like, oh, are you sure about this? Like you feel like they're against you. There's just this one particular energy though, strong water energy, or just those who just emotionally cares about you. They, however, I'm getting strong Pisces, Cancerian energy, and they're Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. I get hiccups. I get hiccups when I channel, so that's confirmation. And so I see here, yeah, you are loved. Somebody really cares about you. I think your mother is coming through very strongly, like some sort of maternal energy. Okay, it could be like a grandma as well. But I see that they are rooting for you. So don't think, you're in this alone. Don't think that everybody is against you. I definitely sense somebody here who's rooting for you and knows that you're going to do great. So let's go ahead and do a final spinny spin. All right. Okay, focus on, perhaps, what do you want to know more about? And let's see what the messages are. Advice. Okay, so some of you are curious and need some spiritual advice. Advice. Okay. So some of you need, isn't it funny how this came out again in the exact same spot? But I see here that some of you are really struggling, okay? It's like, and you need some sort of like cheerleader in your corner. And you know that you are somebody of worth. You deserve better. You hold a very high standard for yourself, and so just the fact that somebody even like dare to mess with you, dare to play with you, it you're taking it very hard, okay? And so The advice coming through is that, yeah, there's somebody that cares about you. This is the, I'm getting strong water energy as mentioned earlier as well. Like this person wants to make it known. Okay, what do they want to say? Yeah, I definitely feel like there was some lack of reciprocation. The feelings, there may have been a lot of like love at one point, but somebody did somebody wrong here, okay? And as a result, I see that one of the parties, like they don't want them, okay? I see definitely some level of blockages. And so I see here whoever holds more of a feminine energy, and remember you can be a guy and be the feminine and the connection, but as this is not gender specific, but I see here that whoever was the feminine energy, I see that they didn't want their male counterpart in a sense. They're just like, I deserve better. You're breadcrumbing me. You're not being honest. And what hurts you is that you know that there's a lot of emotions. And at one point, you really had this, you felt like you had it all with this person. You thought that it was like going to be your happily ever after, and you guys did share some very sweet and loving moments. There's no denying that, but yeah, I'm getting strong Cancerian energy, okay? But they didn't, when it mattered, when it started to count, they didn't come through, is what I'm seeing here. It was almost like all talk, no action, and here's your energy coming in strongly. And so the universe really just came in and was just like, this is not fair. We're going to get you out of it. And even though your ego was like, no, I want to stay in this crappy situation, but your higher self was like, no, we're getting you out. Operation Get Libra out of this situation. All right, so what is the advice coming through? Welcome, welcome. I remember you, Sumad. I think you joined me on the Pisces reading. I think it was Pisces. Ninja says, you are very good at compartmentalizing. You also have a good support group in church, so you can overcome any hardship that comes your way. Your romantic is not making themselves emotionally available. Okay. Who was that for? Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, it's Nepal. Were you the one that says that you were a software engineer? Okay. Alright, so let's see. And it's so funny. We were just talking. Sumit said he's Indian Scorpio and English Capricorn here. And there's the strong death energy, the Scorpio energy coming through. So, okay. All right. So the advice coming through is you want some sort of romance, okay? Even though there has been some ending, that's for the Ninja clarified, that's for the person you're reading right now. So it's being like a cheerleader. You're like cheering people on. That's great. So I see here, okay, so I see that you guys do want romance, you want a new beginning, but you know, this ending was very tough for you, and it's almost like any new opportunities, any new romance, some of you are jaded. You feel like you want to decline any advances or anybody who wants more attention from you. And the universe, you know, is trying to encourage you. You're not quite ready. You're not quite ready to get yourself back out there. I feel like this wound is very fresh. And even though I feel like a strong rebound energy, okay? So if you do end up in a connection or if you're trying to put yourself in another connection, it feels very reboundy, okay? I see that as ultimately because you don't want to be alone, but at the same time, I'm getting hurt people. So I feel like if you do decide to put yourself out there and so that you can be in a new connection, but it's like you do it before you're ready, then you know whoever you may be connecting with, you know, maybe they're in a similar situation where you used to be, where you're looking for something special or long-term and monogamous. And but if you're operating in this still this energy of healing, then you're not going to be able to be available for people who actually want something that you used to want. So it's just kind of like that's how hurt people, like how breadcrumbing happens because somebody was not fully healed, they picked up on bad habits, and they feel like they themselves could do what they were done by others. Okay. Yeah. So the universe just wanted to just wrap up this reading by saying you are not quite ready to get yourself out there. And this rebound energy is not going to be helpful, okay? So try not to drown yourself with distractions, drown yourself with people uh, who are just going to be there, like just so that you can talk to them. It seems to me like you have some thorough healing that you will need to do, but don't be stuck in that energy. You know, life is meant, you're supposed to, it just keeps going, okay? Change is inevitable, and you are growing, you are shedding, you are healing, and I see here new opportunities are going to come, but you can't be stuck in the past. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Libras. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I am going to do live streaming for Virgos next, so feel free to subscribe, put the bell notification on, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you. Bye.